Good morning, everyone. This is Robert. RJO Network presents another exciting edition of Inside Pitch. The 1969 season is on the air. Today's date is July 24th, 1969. The All-Star break is over. It's time for the second half of this season. We are at historic Shea Stadium for a big matchup between the Cincinnati Reds and the New York Mets. The Reds come into this game a record of 48-43. And right now the Reds in the National League West, they are still in fourth place. Behind the Dodgers are in third. Atlanta and San Francisco with the same amount of wins, 53 wins, they are tied up top first. In the National League East, the Mets are in third place. The Cubs are in first. The Cardinals are in second. The Mets have a good strong haul in third, but the Pittsburgh Pirates are still right behind them. So as we now go into late July here in this season, a lot can still happen. So hopefully everyone here will be excited for a big game here at Shea Stadium. Brian B., Jim Doyle, and Ben Witz are first to join us here at Shea Stadium. The Reds historically won this game. The Reds 4 runs, 9 hits, and 3 errors. The Mets 3 runs, 11 hits, and 3 errors. So 6 errors were in this game historically. So it was an ugly matchup. No rain delay, Jim. Sometimes nature has to call, and you can't get back to sometimes nature has to call. Not much you can do about that. But we are all set and ready to go for a big game here at Shea Stadium here in the National League. The Reds are in fourth, trying to get in the top 3. The Mets are trying to get closer to the Cardinals and the Cubs in the National League East. We got a long way to go here as we're about to get closer to the end of July. So, without further ado, and Jimmy Jam joins us here at Shea Stadium. So I guess we should get started. Starting pitcher for the New York Mets today is Gary Gentry. 13 wins, 12 losses, 3.42 ERA, 154 strikeouts, 76 walks. We are at Shea Stadium, pretty much a pitcher's park, only 115 home runs hit there, and plus 3 to strikeouts. Jeremy Brooks now joins us here. So, let's all set and ready to go here. I know Brian B. is ready to watch his Reds and play his Reds against my Mets. As he will be, I'm sure Brian B. will be going ahead and making calls for the Reds. And let's get things started. Let's go to the top of the first. Leading off for the Reds will be the right fielder, Mr. Pete Rose, one of the greatest of all time, but not in the Hall of Fame. I think that's a travesty. 348 average, 16 homers, 82 RBIs in 69. We're going to use blue, white, and orange dice. Mets are the home team, and we are set and ready to go. Max Cornelius and Steeler fan now join us here at Shea Stadium. Let's see how this game goes. Lately, our games of inside pitch have been a little crazy. Gentry, 6-6 error on a grounder. Rose, 1-4. That is a ground ball. It's a ground ball to second base, and that ball is hit to Al Weiss. His error rating is a 9. That's an 18. Weiss will not have a problem with it. He will throw to first, and that will be out number 1. Next batter for the Reds is going to be the second baseman, Chico Ruiz, a 245 average, no homers, 13 RBIs in 69. Both these lineups today are a little bit on the weird side. Gentry, 4-5, strikeout 1, swing and a miss, struck them out. And that is the first strikeout for Gentry, 2 down. And now the center fielder, Bobby Tolan. I don't know why Tolan wasn't picked for the All-Star game. 305 average, 21 homers, 93 RBIs. Had a great year in 69. Surprised he didn't get in the All-Star game that year. Gentry, 3-5, strikeout, 19 will miss. Tolan, a 5-6, and it's a base hit. He'll hit that one past first. And Tolan gets a single for the Reds. And now the third baseman, Hall of Famer, Tony Perez. 294 average, 37 homers, 122 RBIs in 69. Maybe they just didn't have enough room. Tolan had 26 stolen bases that year. He will stay put. Gentry, 2-3. It is a blank. Perez, 6-6. And that's a line drive right to third, but Bobby File will make that catch and will end the inning. So no runs and a hit for the Reds, and we will go to the bottom of the first. Starting pitcher for the Cincinnati Reds today is Jim Merritt. 17 wins, 9 losses, a 4.37 ERA, 144 strikeouts, 53 walks. He must have gotten some pretty decent run support if he was giving up almost four and a half runs a game. He must have gotten some run support. Leading off for the Mets will be the shortstop, Bud Harrelson. May he rest in peace. 248 average, no homers, 24 RBIs. I said this lineup is a little bit on the weird side. Merritt, 6-2, strikeout 1, got him. And that will be the first strikeout for Merritt, 1 down. And now playing will be at second base, Bobby File, a 232 average and 10 RBIs. And he will come up here. He's at second base for this game. Merritt will pitch. Merritt, 2-3, strikeout 13, that will miss. File, 3-3, and it's a base hit. File gets a single, hits it past short. And the Mets get a man on first. And now the left fielder, Cleon Jones, 340 average, 12 homers, 75 RBIs. He had a great season for the Mets that year. Infield double play, and File will stay where he is. Merritt will pitch. Merritt, 1-4, range play. Jones, 6-3. It's a ground ball to second base. That ball is hit to Chico Ruiz. His range is a 3, but a double play, it's a 2. And he won't get it. It'll be a base hit past second. File will have the speed. He'll get to third, and runners at the corners here, and 1 out for the Mets. And now the first baseman, Don Clendenin, 248 average, 16 homers, 51 RBIs in 69. Pretty sure that he will call the infield a double play depth. It's early in the game. So Jones on at first, File on at third, and nothing on the strat. Merritt will go ahead and he will pitch. Merritt, 4-3, strikeout 4, swing and a miss, struck him out. That's a big K for Merritt. And that is the second strikeout for him. And now the right fielder, Ron Swoboda, 235 average, 9 homers, 52 RBIs in 69. Merritt trying to get out of the jam, and nothing happening on strat. Merritt, 4-1, strikeout 16. That just missed. Swoboda, 5-2, and Swoboda will come through with a double into left field. File will score. Jones, a base runner 5 with 2 outs, becomes a 6. A double to right, still a -1. A 1-5. Jones will score, and he does. A 2 RBI double for Ron Swoboda, and the Mets take a quick 2-0 lead. Stadium and Section 518 cheer. Yay! Two RBIs for Swoboda as Clee baseball fan joins us here at Shea Stadium. Double to left. Well, it wouldn't have mattered anyway. It's still a -1 there, Brian B. Wouldn't matter. Still a -1 here. Still, if it's a double to left, still wouldn't have gotten it. So Swoboda on at second base. And that will bring up the center fielder, Rod Gaspar. 228 average, a home run, 14 RBIs. Still 2 outs. Runner on at second. And Swoboda will stay put. Merritt will go ahead and pitch. Merritt, 3-6, error on a throw. Gaspar, 2-4. Nope, that's going to be a fly ball to center field. That'll be caught by Bobby Tolan, and he will make the catch and retire the side. 2 runs, 3 hits, an RBI double by Swoboda. Mets take a quick early lead, 2-0 after 1. Top of the second. Leading off for the Reds will be the first baseman, Lee May. 278 average, 38 homers, 110 RBIs in 69. Gentry, 2-4, blank. May, 2-2, fly out to left. Going after that will be Jones, and he'll make the put out. And now we'll see the left fielder, Jimmy It's a Wonderful Life Stewart. 253 average, 4 homers, 24 RBIs in 69. And yes, it's good to hear the power being back on over there. 6-1 is a blank by Gentry. Stewart, 4-3, and he hits a base hit. He'll get one past second base. A single for Stewart. He will hold it first. Don't think the hamster can run the field fast enough to catch RPL's broadcast. Infield a double play. And now the shortstop, Daryl Cheney, a 191 average and 15 RBIs in 69. Stewart at 4 stolen bases. He's not getting any here. Cheney does get the bunt sign. I don't think you want a bunt here. I think you want to swing away, but I'll let Brian B. make the bunt did come up. So what does Brian B. want to do here? Do you want to bunt the runner over, or do you want Cheney to swing away here? A bunt did come up. Just wondering what he swing. Gentry will pitch. 3-6 against the switch left. That's going to be an automatic. Out. And that's a fly to right. That'll be caught by Swoboda for out number 2. And that will bring up the catcher for the Reds, Danny Breeden. Only had 8 at-bats. He is a fringe player. So Danny Breeden got the call for catcher today. Stewart on at first, and he'll stay at first. Gentry, 4-5, strikeout 12, swing and a miss, struck them out. And that is strikeout number 2 for Gentry. No runs and a hit for the Reds, and we'll go to the bottom of the second. And of course, as I said, he is a fringe player, as you can tell. And this is printed by me, of course, by that. You don't have to worry about players missing in that other game from that other channel. Inside pitch, you get them all. Doug Hunt joins us here at Shea Stadium. Bottom of the second, leading off for the Mets will be the catcher, Jerry Grody. And I always felt he was an underrated catcher. 252 average, 6 homers, 40 RBIs for the Mets. In 69. Merritt, 6-1, range play. Grody, 4-1. That's a fly ball to center field. Going after that is Bobby Tolan. He was excellent. His range is a 5, and he'll make the catch on a 4. 1 down. Nice play by Tolan. As he will put the ball away. And now we will see the second baseman, Al Weiss. He's at second for this game. 215 average, 2 homers, 23 RBIs in 69. Merritt, 5-6. That's at the park. Shea Stadium, 4-5. And that's flied to center field. And once again, it will be Tolan getting to that. Tolan has made the last 3 putouts for the Reds. And now the pitcher, Gary Gentry, an 081 average and an RBI in 69. Merritt, 5-3. Home run chance, but Gentry doesn't have any. 6-6, and instead he swings and misses. Swing and a miss. Strike out, and the inning is over. 3rd strikeout for Merritt. And that is a 1-2-3 inning. 2-0 Mets after 2. Nothing better than a good game of inside pitch on a Sunday morning. At least I think so. Leading off for the Reds in the top of the 3rd will be their pitcher, Jim Merritt, a 143 average. He did have a bomb and 5 RBIs in 69. Absolutely with a good cup of coffee, and I already had my coffee this morning. That's the first thing I have. Gentry, 1-4 at the park. Shea Stadium, 5-6, and that's a fly out to center field. That'll be taken care of by Gaspar. Rod Gaspar will make the catch. Next up is Mr. Rose. Rose is 0-for-1. Gentry, 3-4. Wild pitch, ball 1. 6-1. That is a blank. Rose, 4-3, and he's a hitting machine. He'll just hit that one into center field. That'll be a single for him. He gets his first hit of the game. Next batter is Ruiz. Ruiz is 0 for 1. Infield double play. Rose at 7 stolen bases. That's a 20. Gentry fires to first, and nope. Rose gets back easily. And now Gentry will pitch to Ruiz. Gentry, 1-1 against the switch left. That is an automatic out. And that's going to be a fly out to left field. And it will be Cleon Jones making that play for out number 2. Now the batter is Tolan. Tolan got a single his first time up. This game is just game big 4. Strategy, nothing on the 16. Rose stays at first. Gentry, 6-1. That is a blank. Tolan, 5-3, and he gets a base hit to left field. That'll be a single. Rose, base runner 5 with 2 outs. A single to left, -1. So a 1-4, Rose will get to third. And he does. And Tolan turning on the Jets, trying to get to second. A 1-5, he'll get to second, and he does easily. So runners at second and third on a big hit by Tolan. That's Tolan's second hit of the game. And now the Reds got something going on here in the top of the third inning as Frank S. joins us here at Shea Stadium. That'll bring up Perez. Perez is 0 for 1. So Gentry in a bit of a jam here in the top of the third, with the Mets holding on to a 2-0 lead. He just asked Brian whether a bunt or swing then rolls anyway. No, he did say swing before I rolled there, Ben. He did say swing, and Access G2 joins us here at Shea Stadium. He did say swing. Strategy, nothing on the 10. Gentry will pitch to Perez. Gentry, 3-1. That is a home run result. And against the righty, Perez has a 20, and that is pretty much it right there. Kaboom! That ball is high, that ball is deep, and that ball is gone. Home run, Tony Perez. Stadium and Section 518 groan. An absolute meatball put over by Gary Gentry. And the Reds will take a 3-2 lead here on the top of the third. Yeah, I do need a new piece of felt. I've actually had to shave it down because it was too... I actually do need a new piece of felt. I don't know where I can get one. I wish I can get a new piece of felt for this thing. I really do. I may just maybe... What I really would like to do is get rid of the felt and put a rubberizing thing in there or something like that. Something that doesn't bounce. Next batter for the Reds will be May, and he's 0 for 1. So now 3-2 here in favor of the Reds. And let's see here. Why is Section 518 was mentioned by you? Because that's my birthday, Jimmy Jam, May 18th. I used to be known as RJL 518 before I turned myself into RJL Network. So Section 518 is my birthday. Gentry, 6-2, strikeout 12. Got him, struck him out, but the damage is done. Third K for Gentry, 3 runs on 3 hits. A 3-run bomb by Tony Perez puts the Reds ahead. Bottom of the third. And top of the order for the Mets. Here's Bud Harrelson. He's 0 for 1. No, 518 was not the area code. I lived in New York. 518 is my birthday, May 18th. Merritt, 1-2 against the switch right. Walk, 19 is high. Harrelson, a 6-6. He flies out to center field. Once again, Bobby Tolan will make another play. He has made 4 putouts already in this game. Next batter is File. File got a base hit his first time up. Merritt, a 3-6, error on a throw. File, 4-6. That's a fly out to center field. There won't be a throwing error. And once again, Tolan is earning his paycheck. 2 down. Hobby Lobby? I don't know. I may have to check. I do have a Hobby Lobby near me, actually. That batter will be Jones. Jones got a base hit his first time up. Merritt, 4-5, walk. That's ball 4 on the 4 easily. And Jones will trot to first as he's on base for the second time today. And now here's Clendenin, dangerous hitter. Jones at 16 stolen bases. He gets a 5. He's not going anywhere. Merritt will go ahead and pitch. Merritt, 4-3, strikeout, 6, swing and a miss. Strikeout, and the inning is over. 4th strikeout for Merritt. Nothing across except a walk. 3-2 Reds after 3. We go to the top of the 4th. The kaboom should be patented. Leading off for the Natty will be Jimmy Stewart. He got a base hit his first time up. Gentry, 3-5, strikeout. They got him, struck him out on a 3. That is the 4th K for Gentry. One way. And now here's Cheney. Cheney's 0 for 1. Gentry goes ahead, sets up, and will deal. Gentry, 4-4, strikeout, 4, swing and a miss, strikeout. And Cheney must have been awful. He has a lot of strikeouts. That'll be strikeout number 5 for Gentry. Must have been awful at the plate that year. Here's Breeden. Breeden struck out this first time up. Gentry will deal. Gentry, 4-4, strikeout 6, swing and a miss, struck him out. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Inning over. 1, 2, 3, go the Reds. And Gentry struck out the last 4 Reds he's pitched to. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th. Leading off for the Mets will be Ron Swoboda. And he got a 2 RBI double his first time up. You can move the shoot to tower on the other side of unused felt. No, actually, if you'll see, the felt is bad on both sides. A little bit late for that, Frank S. Little late. Merritt with the pitch. Merritt, 4-5, walk, 14. That will miss. Swoboda, 4-6, and that's hit to right field. That's a 17, and against the lefty, that's just going to miss a triple, and that's going to be a fly out. That is going to be a fly out to right. And 1 down. Going back for that, of course, is Mr. Pete Rose, and he will make the catch near the track. Next batter is Gaspar. He's 0 for 1. Merritt, 5-4. Home run result against the lefty. Gaspar needs a 5. The 12 is too high. Gaspar, 4-2. And against the lefty, though, he still will get a base hit. That'll be a single past second. He doesn't get the home run, but he does get on base. And now the batter is Grody. Grody's 0 for 1. Infield double play. And let's see, Gaspar had 7 stolen bases, and he will not get any here. Grody does get the hit and run sign, but he will swing away. He'll swing away normally. Merritt, 6-2, strikeout 12. That will miss. Grody, 6-2, and against the lefty, that's a ground out to second. 3-3-4. Shortstop pivot Cheney +1. A 1-5, it's a double play. They got it, side retired. 4-6-3 double play, no runs and a hit for the Mets. 3-2 Reds after 4. Mets and the Reds could, if the Reds can go ahead and get into the top 3 in the National League West, who knows? The Mets and the Reds may have to play each other in a division series. But the Reds got some makeup work to do. As right now, the Braves, the Dodgers, and the Giants are leading that division. The Reds got some catching up. The Mets right now are pretty solid in 3rd, but in 1969, the Mets really got hot later in the year. Top of the 5th, leading off for the Reds will be Jim Merritt, and he's 0 for 1. Gentry will go ahead and pitch. Gentry, 2-6. Home run chance against the lefty, needs a 1. The 11 is too high. Merritt did have a home run that year. Merritt, 3-6, and he just grounds it back to the pitcher. Gentry will go ahead and get that and throw it over to first. Next up is Mr. Rose. Rose is 1 for 2. Gentry, 1-1 against the switch left. That's an automatic out. And that'll be a ground out to second base. Taken care of there by Weiss. And he will throw it over to first for the second out. And here's Ruiz. Ruiz is 0 for 2. Merritt Holborn in this game, actually. Really? Okay. Gentry. 1-6. Wild pitch. Ball 1. 2-4. That is a blank. Ruiz. 1-3. And it's a base hit. Ruiz keeps the inning going with a single to center. And he will head to first. Here comes the dangerous Tolan. Tolan is 2 for 2. He's got 2 singles. By having him ground that home run ball out. 2 men down. Ruiz on at first. And he's not going anywhere. Gentry. 4-5. Strikeout 3. Swing and a miss. Strikeout. And the inning is over. That is the 7th strikeout for Gentry. No runs and a hit for the Reds. And we go to the bottom of the 5th. In a pretty fast-moving game so far. One of these days, my Mets may win a playoff series in the postseason. You never know. We haven't done that yet. Leading off for the Mets will be Al Weiss, and he's 0 for 1. Merritt will go ahead and deal. Merritt, 6-4. Range play at the park. Shea Stadium, 2-6. It's a fly ball to right field. Going after that is Mr. Pete Rose. His range is a 3. That is a 5, and it will be a single for Weiss as Rose can't get to it. A leadoff base hit for him. And that will bring up Gentry. Corners in automatically expecting a bunt. And that is a 16. Weiss not going anywhere, but Gentry will bunt this ball over. Merritt, 1-4. That is a range play on the bunt, so now it's a possibility. We'll see what happens here. So that is a range play on the bunt. So Gentry will go ahead and bunt it. And that is bunted at the catcher spot, and that is Derry Breeden. First thing I got to do is find out if he makes the play. So his range is a 3. That is a 3. He's got it. Now we see if Gentry completes the bunt. His bunt rating is a 2, but becomes a 1 with the bunted at the plate. And that is a 9, and that is going to be a fouled off redo attempt. You got to be kidding. All of that, a 9 is a fouled off redo attempt. And so that's fouled away, so he will do it again. So once again, the range play didn't matter. We'll do it again. Gentry will attempt it again this time. Of course, if it's fouled off again, it's a strikeout. Merritt, 2-5. Strikeout 12, and that will be a strikeout. So the bunt will not matter here, as when you bunt 39, you divide that by 2, okay? And you round it down so you can, okay, and add the 3, doesn't matter. That's a 12. And I believe that will be a strikeout, so Gentry will not be able to bunt him over. After all of that, he gets nothing, 1 down. So that becomes a K. And that is the 5th strikeout from Merritt. Now the batter is Harrelson. Infield now goes to double play depth. And Weiss, he will stay put. Merritt will pitch. Merritt, 6-3. That is a blank. He's not tired. Harrelson, 3-6. And that's popped up right to the pitcher. Merritt will call for it and grab it for out number 2. Weiss, of course, stays where he is. Yep, you get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir. Now here's File, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Great movie. Weiss on at first, and he'll stay at first. Merritt will pitch. And I can't hold on to dice these days. Merritt, 5-6. That's at the park. Shea Stadium, 1-5. And that's a fly out to left. And getting over there will be Jimmy Stewart. He will make the catch and retire the side. No runs and a hit for the Mets. It stays 3-2 in favor of the Reds. Baseball with the Demos joins us here at Shea Stadium. Miss Gene Wilder. Yes, it was never the original, not the remake. So of course, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory was a great movie. The remakes were meh. Just came to see double switches like on that seat of the other channel. Like you see on that other channel. That's okay. That's okay there, David. I printed a fringe player, like that other channel, with that game doesn't have all the players carded. You know what I mean? You don't see that. You don't see in that other game on the other channel. We go to the top of the sixth. And leading off for the Natty will be Tony Perez. He had a 3-run bomb his last time up. He is 1 for 2. Gentry will go ahead and pitch. Gentry, 3-5, strikeout. This time he gets Perez, struck him out. And that is the 8th strikeout for Gentry. If it wasn't for the home run, he'd be having a heck of a day. Here comes May. May is 0 for 2. Gentry, he'll go ahead and pitch. Gentry, 5-2, strikeout 11, got him. Gentry is throwing some heat today. That is his 9th K on May, 2 down. And now Stewart. Stewart is 1 for 2. Gentry will pitch. 5-3, range play at the park. Shea Stadium, 3-6. That's a ground ball to short. That ball is hit to Bud Harrelson. His range is a 3. That's a 4. It'll be a single. Stewart hits that past him, and that will be a base hit for Stewart. That's the second hit of the game. And now here's Cheney. Cheney is 0 for 2. 2 men down. Stewart on at first, and he'll stay at first. Gentry, 1-3, strikeout. Cheney, swing on a 19, swing and a miss. Strikeout. And the inning is over. Gary Gentry throwing strikeouts like Tom Seaver. That's his 10th. No runs and a hit for the Reds. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. But, of course, he did give up the bomb to Tony Perez. Merritt's done a good job himself. Gentry can pitch to 27. Both pitchers can pitch to 27 batters before tiring. Cleon Jones leads off for the NYM. He's got his 1 for 1, a single and a walk. Merritt, 1-4, range play. Jones, 2-6, ground ball to short. That ball is hit to Darryl Cheney. His range is a 2. Nope, that'll be a base hit. Jones will get a single on the 3, and the Mets have the leadoff man on. And now Clendenin. Clendenin is 0 for 2. Infield double play. Jones at 16 stolen bases, and he will not get one here. And Clendenin will swing away. Merritt looking in on Clendenin. Fans here at Shea Stadium hoping for a big hit. Merritt, 3-2, error on a grounder. Clendenin, 3-5, line drive right to second. That's caught by Ruiz. And Jones will be doubled off on a 1 or a 2. No, he gets back. 1 out. Jones easily gets back there, but that was a close one. Well hit, hard ball by Clendenin. But Jones gets back. Here's Swoboda. And Swoboda is 1 for 2. We got a 2 RBI double. Infield still at double play depth. Strategy. Again, Jones stays at first. Merritt. 1-4. Another range play. Swoboda. 2-5. Again, a ground ball to short. Once again, it's hit to Cheney. His range is a 2, but at double play, it's a 1. He's got it. What a great play by Cheney. Can he turn it? 3-3-4. Second base pivot. Ruiz 0. A 1-4. It's a double play. No. Jones will just get thrown out at second base. Swoboda turns against their fielder's choice. Wow. Couldn't turn it around. Almost got it. And that will be a fielder's choice. What a play by Cheney after Brian B. goes ahead and calls him a bum. Cheney goes ahead and looks at Brian B. in the stands and say, oh, yeah? Eat this. Here's Gaspar. Gaspar 1 for 2 with a single. 2 outs. What a great play that was. The only way he could do it. Cheney might have made the play of the game right there. Swoboda on it first. Nothing on the 5. He stays put. Merritt will deal. Merritt. 2-2. Walk. And that 3 is ball 4 easily. And now the tying runs in scoring position. And that is only the second walk given up by Merritt. And now a big chance for Grody. Grody is 0 for 2. Runners at first and second. Strategy. Nothing happening. Merritt will pitch to Grody. Fans here at Shea Stadium hoping Grody comes through with a big hit. And here it comes. Merritt. 4-5. Walk. 12. Nope, that's too high. Grody. 6-1. And it's a fly ball to center field. And Bobby Tolan will go ahead and get there and make the catch and retire the side. No runs, a hit, and a walk. The Mets strand 2. It's still 3-2 Reds after 6. Stadium and Section 518 groan. Top of the 7th. Gentry can pitch to 2 more batters before he tires. He will stay out there. And leading off is Danny Breeden, but this is the 7th inning of the game. So we may see a pinch hitter for Breeden, and I will allow it. Yes, Brian B., I will allow it. It's a 7th inning. And I'm pretty sure you do want Johnny Bench because he is on the bench. So I'm pretty sure you want him to take over. And if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure you will, and he will come out. So coming on to pinch hit and take over and will be Mr. Johnny Bench. Hall of Famer, absolutely. And some people say the greatest catcher of all time. Hard to argue. So timeout as I will put Bench there into the stands. And he has a 4.410 -3, a much better catcher. So Johnny Bench will take over. And at catcher, he'll pinch hit. I will allow it. It is the 7th inning. So Gentry will pitch to Mr. Johnny Bench. Gentry, 3-6 against the righty. Strikeout. The 15 will miss. Bench, 6-6, and he popped it up to third base. Bobby File says he's got it, and he'll make the catch for out number 1. The next batter is Merritt. Do you want to pinch? It is the 7th inning. Merritt still has 2 batters left. I would think you would want to pinch hit for Merritt and pitch hit Beecham, starting pitcher. So you want Beecham to come in. So he's going to go ahead and pinch hit. Really want to bring it? Okay. So coming on to pinch hit for the Reds is going to be Jim Beecham. 250 average, a homer, and 8 RBIs. And you want Carroll to come in, and he will. So Merritt is done for the game. So Jim Beecham will pinch hit against Gentry, even though I usually have the most at bats. Really, I would probably use Alex Johnson. But in this case, Brian B., since this is your team, I will let you make the calls. Gentry will pitch to Beecham. Gentry, 4-2, walk, 9. That is high. Beecham, 2-1. It grounds out to first. That'll be handled by Don Clendenin. And that will be out number 2. Next batter is Rose. Gentry is tired. They're going to let him see if he can finish the inning out. He's due to bat second in the 7th. So Gentry will go ahead and so Gentry will pitch to Rose. Rose is 1 for 3, a single and a single. Gentry, 4-6, strikeout 12. That will miss. Rose, 3-6, and it's a pop fly ball to second base. And Al Weiss is going to get to that, make the catch, and retire the side. If it wasn't for the home run by Gentry, he has pitched a marvelous game. 1, 2, 3, go the Reds. We are at the 7th inning stretch. Sing, take me out to the ball game. I'll be right back. Don't forget, we have 10-minute ticker coming up after today's game. Our next matchup, we're going to be taking a trip to Oakland, Alameda County Coliseum. And we got a pretty good matchup tomorrow night, as it will be the Washington Senators taking on the Oakland Athletics. The Senators are very much alive in the playoff race. Dick Bossman will be going for the Senators, and Lou Krause will be going for the Athletics. So that will be tomorrow night's game here on the network. The Senators and the Athletics from Oakland, Alameda County Coliseum for tomorrow night. I hope you'll join us for that on Inside Pitch. And let's see here. Do they have gravestones ready to put up at that stadium yet? I wouldn't be surprised if they're working on it. Bottom of the seventh, Reds need a pitcher. And coming on to pitch for the Reds is going to be Clay Carroll. 7 wins, 6 losses, 7 saves, a 3.52 ERA. He will be pitcher number 2. Merritt leaves with the win. And right now, at least for now. And the Mets will have a leadoff batter, and it will be Al Weiss. And will he bat? I think, yes, he will. Yes, he will. Yes, he will. Carroll will go ahead and pitch. Carroll, 1-2. Range play. Weiss, 1-6. That's a ground ball to first. That ball is hit to Lee May. His range is a 4. That's a 6. It'll get past him, and that's going to be a double down the line for Al Weiss. Weiss leads off with a double here. That's his second hit of the game. Yep, having Al Weiss bat was the right call. You don't see managing like this on that other channel with the fluffy cat. We'll see a pinch hitter for Gary Gentry as he is done. And the Mets will go to the bench. And coming on to pinch hit for the Mets will be Tommy Agee. 271 average, 26 homers, 76 RBIs. So the tying run already at second base as Lee May couldn't make the range play. Strategy roll. Weiss will stay where he is. Carroll will pitch. Carroll, 5-4, walk 1, and that is ball 4 easily. And Carroll comes in here and gives up a double and a walk. And now here's Harrelson. Harrelson is 0 for 3. Infield now with double play. Weiss on at second, AJ at first. Carroll will go ahead and strategy roll. Carroll, nothing happening on the 8th. Harrelson gets a chance to swing. Carroll, 5-2, strikeout 15. That will be too high. Harrelson, 6-6, and it's a fly ball to center field. That'll be caught by Tolan. That is out number 1. Weiss, a base running rating of 3, hit the center -2. Tolan has a -1 arm, which makes him a 0. Weiss will stay at second. So 1 out. And now the batter is File. And File is at third base. And he is a little better at the position. But I'm going to... I think I'd rather save the batters. I'm going to let File bat. So runners at first and second here with 1 out now. Strategy. Nothing on the 5. Weiss stays put. Carroll, darn good pitcher, though. Carroll can pitch to 11 batters. Before he tires, he can stay in there a while. Carroll sets in there. I know I was thinking of Wayne Garrett, but I'd rather keep him File because File has a better rating at third. And it's only the 7th inning. Carroll will go ahead, but it's not a bad idea, though, Dave. Carroll, 6-3. That's a pitcher result. And against the righty, a 1-20 is a base hit right up the middle, and that's going to tie the game. Weiss will come around. He will score. AG, a base running rating of 4. He'll make third, File to first, and it's tied. Stadium in section 518 cheer. Yay! Of course I let Bobby File bat. Once again, great managing on this channel. Not like that other channel with the cat. RBI single by Bobby File. And we're tied. And Merritt is off, and Merritt and Gentry are off the hook, or at least Gentry right now can get the win. Tied at 3 now. And now the batter is Jones. Jones is 2 for 2, 2 singles and a walk. Infield still a double play depth, unless you want to call the infield in there, Brian. Actually, I think you would call him in because AG can score easily if you don't turn the double play. They'll call the infield in. So runners at the corners here. Clay Carroll already blows the save, even though it's really not one yet. But Carroll will go ahead and pitch. Strategy roll first. That is a 1. AG not going anywhere, and neither is File. Carroll will go ahead and pitch. Carroll, 1-1. That's a walk plus 10, and the bases are loaded. Bases are loaded. Bases full of Metropolitans. And now here comes Don Clendenin. Clendenin is 0 for 4, but if he gets a meatball, that ball is gone. Bases are loaded. Fans here. Now he says double play depth. So Carroll will go ahead and pitch to Clendenin. The fans here at Shea Stadium are on their feet. Now a tie to 3 ball game. Strategy. That is a 3-0 happening. Carroll will go ahead and pitch to Clendenin. And the fans hoping for a big hit. Carroll. 3-4. It is a blank. Clendenin. 1-1. And it's a ground ball to first. 3-3-3. Second base, Pivot Ruiz a 0. A 1-3. This is a double play. Side retired. What a great call there by Brian B. to turn the 3-6-3 double play, and the inning is over. But the Mets do tie it. 1 run on 2 hits, a walk, and a couple of walks. But Clendenin grounds out into the 3-6-3, which is one of the harder double plays to turn. And after 7, we're tied at 3. We go to the top of the 8th. Leading off for the Reds is going to be Chico Ruiz. He is 1 for 3. Mets need a pitcher. And they're going to go ahead and bring out Ron Taylor. 9 wins, 4 losses, 13 saves, a 2.72 ERA. Taylor had the most appearances, so it makes sense to bring him in. So Ron Taylor will pitch to Ruiz here. 1 for 3 is Ruiz, starting the top of the 8th. Tied at 3 here. Taylor, 1-5. Pitcher result. Switch left. A 1-11's a single up the middle. The 16 is too high. Ruiz, 1-4, and it's a ground ball to second base. And that'll be handled there by Al Weiss, and he'll throw to first for the out. 1 down. Here comes Tolan. Tolan is 2 for 3, 2 singles. You kind of think this game you kind of feel this game feels like a playoff game. Taylor, 2-2 against the lefty. It's a blank. Tolan, 3-4. Ground out to second. Al Weiss will go ahead and get that as well. And over to first, 2 down. And now Perez, who got a bomb in this game, he's 1 for 3. Taylor, he'll go ahead and pitch. Taylor, 2-1, strikeout. The 18 is too high. Perez, 3-1 against the righty. It's a ground ball to short. That'll be handled by Bud Harrelson. He'll take his time and toss it over and retire the side. 1, 2, 3, go the Reds. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Carroll, I'm sure, will still pitch. And leading off for the Mets will be Ron Swoboda. And he is 1 for 3 with a 2 RBI double. Carroll, he's got plenty of gas in his tank still. At least he does. Yeah, he still has 5 more batters left. Carroll will pitch. Carroll, 4-4, strikeout. Got him easily there. 1 down. Swoboda swings and misses on a strikeout. And now here's Gaspar. Gaspar, 1 for 2, a single and a walk. Carroll, 6-3. Pitcher result. Switch left. A 1-13's an out. The 18 is too high. Gaspar, 5-2. And that's a ground out to third, handled there by Perez. And the throw goes over to first. And now Grody. Grody is 0 for 3. Carroll, he goes ahead and pitches. Carroll 2-1. That is a blank. He is not tired. Grody 5-5. And that is a grounder to second base handled by Chico Ruiz. And he will throw it over. And he retires the side. A good bounce back inning by Clay Carroll. Tied at 3 after 8. But will we see some top of the ninth inning magic? Ron Taylor can still pitch to 2 more before tiring. He will stay out there. He is due to bat second in the 9th inning. Here comes Lee May leading off for the Natty. He's 0 for 3. Fans here at Shea Stadium, the final score of this game historically was 4-3. There were 6 errors combined in this game. We haven't had any here. Now that I've said that, Taylor 5-1, strikeout 17. That will just miss. May 3-6, fly out to center. And that will be taken care of there by Rod Gaspar. And that's out number 1. Next up is Stewart. Stewart 2 for 3. He's got 2 singles. He has a good, not a bad day today. Taylor 2-5 against the switch left. That is blank. Stewart 3-4 and a line out right to the shortstop. Harrelson is there to glove it 2 away. Now Taylor is tired. They're going to see if he can finish the inning out. Darrell Chaney is the next batter. Question is, do you want to pinch hit for Chaney? He is at shortstop for the game. You do have Woody Woodward, Johnson pitch hit. So Chaney will come out, and Alex Johnson will come in to pinch hit against Taylor. And who do you want to take over at shortstop? You got Woody Woodward, who was on the bench. He can take the position. I think that's who I would do. I wouldn't move Ruiz to short. I think that's a mistake. So I think you want to use Woodward at short. I'm pretty sure you would. Woody Woodward, if you want to look at his card, he's a 3.8 plus 1. He's one of the better ones he got on the bench. Okay, so Woody Woodward will take over at shortstop, but Alex Johnson will pinch hit, and that is a good call. So Woodward will take over at short, and he's a little better, 3.8 plus 1 though. So timeout while I make a substitution, but Alex Johnson is going to bat. So here comes Alex Johnson pinch hitting, a .315 average, 17 homers, 88 RBIs. He'll be a starter for the Reds if they get into the postseason, though. They got some makeup work to do. Taylor is tired. Fans here at Shea Stadium hoping Taylor can get the job done. Taylor, 1-1. And that is a home run result. But against the righty, Johnson's a 10. The 15 is too high. Johnson 1-3, and he hits a deep fly ball to center field. Going back for it is Rod Gaspar. He's at the track. He's near the wall. He'll make the catch, and the inning is over. And Taylor wipes his head on that one. Stadium size, hue. 1, 2, 3 goes the Reds. And we'll go to the bottom of the 9th inning here, tied at 3. Now, Clay Carroll still has 2 batters he can pitch to, but let's see what Brian B. wants to. So Johnson stays in left field. Stewart is out. Okay. So Brian B. is just doing a double switch, I think, just to tick me off. But we'll go to the bottom of the 9th inning here. Well, so you want Woodward to go in Johnson's spot. Well, Woodward is the shortstop, is the 8th. So Woodward would be batting in the 8th position. All right. Johnson stays in left field. So, all right. So Johnson would move to left field. So coming out, you're going to take out Jimmy Stewart. All right. Johnson and Jimmy Stewart have pretty much the same thing. So let's see. So Woodward in Johnson's spot. So Woodward and Stewart's spot. So means Johnson will go to left. All right. So Johnson goes to left. So Johnson's going to stay in. You're really messing me up here. Why do you think I don't do double switches? It takes time. All right. So Johnson would then, that means Johnson would bat, Johnson would bat eighth. Johnson would bat eighth then, right? Because Johnson did bat eighth. He took over for Cheney. So Johnson would bat eighth, and he would be in left field. Well, Johnson would bat seventh, actually. Bench is in the eighth spot. All right. So Johnson would bat eighth, as Brian Bees is doing this just to tick me off. So let's see here. So that means left fielder is and you want Woodward sixth in the Stewart spot. And people wonder why I don't like doing them. All right. So Woodward then will bat in the sixth spot. And he will. So Woodward bats sixth. So he'll take over for Stewart, as like he said. Stewart is out. And Johnson will bat seventh. Johnson will bat seventh then. And he'll take over in left field. All right. So Woodward, 3.8 + 1. And Johnson, 3.17, 0. Now I have a pencil. Specifically, I use a pencil just in case Brian B is playing. Just in case Brian B is the manager of the other team. So Woodward will bat sixth. Johnson will bat seventh. And Johnson's in left field. His arm rating is a 0. I got to check that out. He's in left field, -2 + 1, -1. And I do not have to change the card. The card is correct. So Johnson's a 0 in left field and -2 + 1, -1. And I don't have to change the card. All right. So you should see my scorecards. Clay Carroll, he says, will stay in. And leading off for the Mets in the bottom of will we now see some bottom of the ninth inning magic? Here's Al Weiss, and he will bat. Weiss is 2 for 3. He's got a single and a double. So let's see what the Mets here, if they can go against Carroll. Carroll can still pitch to 2 more batters before he tires. Carroll will pitch. Carroll 1-3, strikeout 6. Got him. Called strike 3 on Weiss. He will get him. Actually, it's a swing and a miss, really. So it strikes him out, and that is out number 1. We'll see a pinch hitter for Ron Taylor as he will come out of the game. And coming on to pitch for the bat for the Mets is going to be Ken Boswell. 279 average, 3 homers, 32 RBIs. Boswell will pinch hit against Carroll. 3-3 tie, bottom of the ninth, in a pretty big game here at Shea Stadium. Carroll, 3-3, wild pitch, ball 1. 2-3, hit by pitch, 14. That just missed. Boswell's a 4, +8 makes him a 12. Boswell, 6-1, and it's a pop out to first. That'll be handled by May for out number 2. Carroll is now tired, but I'm sure they're going to let him stay in there. And at least he'll pitch to Harrelson. Harrelson is 0 for 4. Carroll will pitch. Carroll, 2-5. That is a blank. Harrelson, 1-2. Ground ball to first. That's going to be taken by May. He'll take it to the bag. And we, once again on Sunday, have free baseball. Free baseball here. Get your free baseball. 1, 2, 3, go the Mets. And we need more baseball to decide this. We go to the top of the 10th inning. And let's see here. Leading off for the Reds, of course, is Mr. Johnny Bench. He's 0 for 1 since coming in. Mets need a pitcher, and they are going to go with... you got to believe, Mr. Tug McGraw. 9 wins, 3 losses, 12 saves, a 2.25 ERA. McGraw will be the third Met pitcher. So Tug McGraw will go up against Johnny Bench here to start the 10th. McGraw will pitch. McGraw, 3-6. Against the righty, it's a blank. Bench, 2-1. And against the lefty, it's a fly ball to center field. And that's going to be caught there by Gaspar for out number 1. 1 down. And a pinch hitter coming in for Carroll. And he says highest average left. And that will be Tommy Helms. 269 average, a homer, and 40 RBIs. Tommy Helms will come up and bat here against McGraw. 1 out, top of the 10th. McGraw, 1-5, error on a grounder. Helms, 2-5. That's a base hit to center field. Center fielder is Rod Gasper. His error rating is a 0. He won't make an error out there. But Helms is safe at first. So you bring on Tommy Helms to pinch hit, and he gets a hit there. Again, managing. You just don't see managing like this on those other channels. Now the batter is Mr. Rose. Infield a double play. Helms at 4 stolen bases, and he's not going anywhere. McGraw will pitch to Rose. McGraw trying to get this in the bottom of 10th, keeping it a 3-3 tie. McGraw, 3-4, strikeout, got him. He gets Rose. And that's a big K. 2 outs. And now the batter is Ruiz. And Ruiz is 1 for 4 with a single. Helms on it first. 2 outs here. Top of the 10. Anything on Strat? No. Helms will stay put. McGraw. He will come. He can pitch to 10. McGraw will pitch. McGraw. 1-1. Possible error. Ruiz. 6-4. That's not an error. It's a slow hit ball to second base. That ball is picked up by Weiss. Ruiz has got good speed. His base running rating is a 4. The throw to first. Got him. Side retired. No runs and a hit for the Reds as they strand the go-ahead runner. And we go to the bottom of the 10th. I'm pretty sure Brian B wants Granger as his next pitcher, because he is the next best pitcher that's in the bullpen, I'm pretty sure. So coming on to pitch will be Wayne Granger for the Reds. 9 wins, 6 losses, 27 saves, a 2.79 ERA. Ruiz out, pitcher in his spot. Helms stays at second base. I may have to state no more double switches. That's a. All right, so you want Wayne Granger to come in the pitcher spot in second base, right? So who plays second? So who plays second then? You're going to bring in Ted Savage to play second? Or Helms? Well, Helms can play second, right? Yeah, Helms can play second. Why don't you just have Helms take over right at that position? And Wayne Granger can only pitch to 7 more batters, Brian. And that's pretty much it. I don't understand why you'd want to do that. Granger can pitch to 7 more batters. And you got 8 batters from him coming in. That makes no sense to me. Granger can pitch to 7 batters. I don't know if you want to do that on that. That doesn't make any sense. Helms could just take over at Ruiz's part. Helms plus 1 a double play. That's fine. You can keep Helms in there. He got Helms in there. I can just put Helms at second base just like that. And Granger is gonna. I can just do that. I don't know why you want to do a double switch. It's not necessary. And I don't think it is. Helms is going to take over at second base. Ruiz is out. Granger will pitch, and he doesn't bat. And Granger doesn't bat for 7 batters. That doesn't make any sense to me. So Wayne Granger is going to come on to pinch hit, and will come on to pitch actually. And the Mets will have Bobby File leading off for the Mets. Bobby File is 2 for 4 with 2 singles. Because I don't understand why you want to double switch. Granger can pitch to 7 batters, and he's got 8 batters before. He's got 8 batters. I don't get it. He doesn't bat for 7 batters. That doesn't make any sense to me. So Granger will go ahead. Yeah, meanwhile, Rose is there talking to his bookie. Granger will pitch to Bobby File here. And I said Granger can pitch to 7 batters before he tires. But File will lead off. Will lead off. 2 for 4 today with 2 singles. Granger, 4-4. That is a blank. File, 4-3. And it's hit to left field. That's a 14-0. And that's just going to miss against the righty. And that's going to be a fly out to left field. Getting over there will be Alex Johnson. He'll make the catch. Wow, File just misses a double by 1. And that's the first out. And now the batter is Jones. And Jones is 2 for 2, 2 singles and 2 walks. Granger will pitch. Granger, 5-4. Pitcher result, righty, 1 to 10's an out. The 4 is good. And that's going to be a grounder to short. Taken care of there by Woody Woodward. And he'll make the play and throw over to first, out number 2. And now the batter is Clendenin. Clendenin is 0 for 4. Fans here at Shea Stadium hoping for a big hit. Clendenin definitely can do it. Wayne Granger, got to be careful with him. Granger sets up and he deals. Granger, 5-3, error on a throw. Clendenin, 4-1 against the righty. It's a fly ball to center field. And Bobby Tolan's going to get to that. He will make the catch and retire the side. 1, 2, 3, go the Mets. More free baseball coming up here after 10. We're still tied. We go to the top of the 11th. McGraw will stay on the mound. Leading off for the Reds will be Bobby Tolan, and he is 2 for 4 today, 2 singles. McGraw, he'll go ahead and pitch. McGraw, 4-3, wild pitch, ball 1. 3-1, strikeout 12. Got him, cold strike 3 on Tolan. Good strikeout by McGraw. As Tolan is at 11, but +3 makes him a 14 against the lefty. And Tolan is out. Should have swung at that one. Here comes Perez. He hit the home run earlier. He is 1 for 4 with a bomb. McGraw will pitch. McGraw, 2-4, strikeout 7. And, yep, swing and a miss, struck him out. Another strikeout by McGraw, 2 away. And now here's May. May is 0 for 4. McGraw, he'll go ahead and pitch. McGraw, 5-5, strikeout 9. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. McGraw strikes out the side. We go to the bottom of the 11th. Granger will get back on the mound. He can still pitch to 4 batters before tiring. Ron Swoboda leads off for the Mets. He is 1 for 4 with a double. McGraw saying you got to believe. Granger sets up here against Swoboda. Fans here hoping that the Mets can win this game soon. Granger, 2-2, strikeout 1, and that's an easy strikeout on Swoboda. Struck him out. He'll go ahead and strike out Swoboda. Now here's Gaspar. Gaspar is 1 for 3, a single and a walk. McGraw goes ahead and he will set up. He will wait in the dugout. Granger, however, will pitch. 6-1. That's at the park. Shea Stadium. 6-4. That's a grounder to second base. That'll get taken care of by Tommy Helms. And the throw goes to first for out number 2. So 2 down there. We haven't gone to Shea Stadium much on the park today. Here's Grody, and Grody is 1 for 4. I'm sorry, Grody's 0 for 4. Grody is 0 for 4. Granger looking in on Grody. Fans here at Shea Stadium hoping it can go. Granger will pitch. Granger, 6-2. Range play at the park. Shea Stadium, 6-2. It's a ground ball to third. That ball is hit to Tony Perez. His range is a 3. Nope, that's going to get by him, and that's going to be a hit down the line, and that will roll into the corner, and Grody has a double. So Grody keeps the inning going. As he gets a 2-out double, he'll get to second base. And now the batter is Weiss. And do the Mets want to make a move here? Weiss is where he's at second base today. Weiss has done well, though. He's 2 for 4. Coming on to pinch hit for the Mets is going to be Art Shamsky, a 300 average, 14 homers, 47 RBIs. Taking over at second base is going to be Wayne Garrett. So Garrett will take over at second if this game goes any further. But Art Shamsky is going to come on to pinch hit. So timeout is I'm going to bring in Garrett to play second, just in case. 2-5-0. Not as good at the range though. But I'm going to try to play it here. So Art Shamsky will come on to pinch hit against Granger. And now Brian B says intentionally walk. And they'll intentionally walk him. But now that tires out Granger. So now Granger has been called. So now Granger, I do count that as an at-bat. So Granger is now tired with that intentional walk. And now we'll see a pinch hitter for McGraw. And the question, let me see, he can hit. He can hit though. What kind of, okay, and no. So they will call on, that'll bring out Tug McGraw. And now coming on to pinch hit for the Mets is going to be Ed Kranepool, 238 average, 11 homers, 49 RBIs. So now Shamsky goes on at first as Wayne Granger calls the intentional walk. I do count that as an at-bat. So Kranepool will go ahead and he will bat. Runners at first and second. I still count it. I know it's an interesting quirk, but I still call it as an at-bat. You want to walk Kranepool? You want to put the winning run at third? And pitch to Harrelson? You want to walk Ed Kranepool and put the winning run on third? I will walk Ed Kranepool, and now the bases are loaded. This is baseball, not backgammon, as it says in the Bad News Bears. So now the winning run is at third base as he intentionally walks Kranepool. And now the batter is Bud Harrelson. And Harrelson will come up. He is 0 for 5. Granger is tired. And remember now, a wild pitch wins the game. But all right. Harrelson will go ahead and go up against Granger. I don't know what Brian B is thinking, but all right. Granger will pitch to Harrelson. Yeah, the movie was the best. The original one with Walter Matthau was definitely superior. So bases are loaded as Brian B walks Kranepool. So now the bases are loaded for Bud Harrelson. The fans here are wondering what's going on, but okay. Like I said, Brian B usually gets it done. So Granger will pitch. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 11. Granger will pitch to Harrelson. Fans here at Shea Stadium hoping Harrelson comes through with this outside the box thinking. Granger, 5-5, error on a grounder. Harrelson, 5-5. It is a ground ball. It's a ground ball to first. That ball is hit to Lee May. His error rating is a 6. That's a 6. May misses it. It goes right past him. Behind the bag. It gets by May. Grote comes in and scores. The Mets will win the ball game. Walk-off error. A 5-5 is an error on a grounder. Lee May has an error rating of 6 at first base. That is a 6, and he lets the ball get by him. Grote will score. 4-3, Mets win. Stadium in Section 518 cheer. Yay! That is an E3 on Lee May. 1 run on 1 hit and one error. And Grote comes in to score. And the Mets will win this ball game 4-3, which was the historical score, although it was the Reds winning it. What a victory by the Mets to win it on a walk-off error. And I'm wondering if the manager of the Reds is going to get a phone call before the game is over, before the end of the day. What a way for the win as he walks Shamsky, walks Cranepool to pitch to Bud Harrelson, and a possible error on a grounder. And Lee May can't make the play. It is a ground ball to first, and May can't get it, and the Mets win it. Final line score coming up. The Mets will go to 57-36, and the Reds will drop to 48-44. I'll be right back there, guys. For the Mets, 4 runs, 9 hits, no errors. For the Reds, 3 runs, 8 hits, and 1 game-ending error. The winning pitcher is Tug McGraw. He's going to wind up getting the win. And Wayne Granger is going to take, even though it's going to take the loss. An unbelievable What are you looking at? Oh, yeah. Okay, I see what you're talking about. Okay, there, Brian B. You got it. So the Mets will win this game 4-3. What a heck of a game on Sunday to have. We always seem to have great games on Sunday. But we are not done. 10-minute ticker is next. I hate to say this, Brian B. I don't understand the idea, what you were doing, but I'm still trying to figure that out. I don't know why you'd want him. A wild pitch wins the game. I didn't understand that, but that's okay. That is all right. I guess it worked out for the best. Either way. I know you walked Shamsky, but I don't understand why you also walked I know you walked Shamsky. I just don't know why you walked why you walked Cranepool. I didn't understand. I didn't understand the double intentional walk. But okay. It is now time for the 10-minute ticker, brought to you by FastScore Baseball. So the Mets will go ahead and get a big win here over the Reds, 4-3. Well, let's see how the rest of the majors goes ahead here. So we start with July 24th as we now begin the second half of the season. White Sox and the Orioles. Let's see. White Sox 1-15, that's 0. Baltimore 11-12. And believe it or not, that's good enough. It's a 1. Orioles win. Yankees and the Angels. Yankees 764, and that's 7. Halos 412, that's 0, and the Yankees will get that win. Minnesota at Cleveland. Twins 1566, that's 11. Indians 535, and that is 3, a win for the Twins. Kansas City at Detroit. Kansas City 443, and that is 3. Tigers 963, that's 7. That's a win for the Cats. Washington at Oakland. Senators 865, that is 8. Athletics 926, and that is 3. And that is a win for the A's. Boston at Seattle. Red Sox 1645, and that is 6. Pilots 1362, and that is 7. The Pilots will get the win. Montreal and the Braves. Montreal 661, and that's 5. Braves 1434, that's 4. It's a win for the Spos. Dodgers and the Cubs. Dodgers 861, and that is 6. Cubs 851, that is 5. That's a win for the Dodgers. Phillies and the Astros. Phillies 1244, and that is 5. Astros 915, and that's 1. That's a win for the Phillies. Padres and the Pirates. Padres 342, and that's 3. Pirates 1433, and that is 4. It's a win for the Bucks. Giants and the Cardinals. Giants 1026, and that's 3 runs. Cardinals 115, that's 0 ones, and the Giants will get the win. July 25th, White Sox and the Orioles. White Sox 345, and that is 3. Orioles 1646, and that is 6. That's a win for the O's. Yankees and the Angels. Yankees 024, that's 1. Halos 035, that's 2. And the Angels get the win. Minnesota and the Indians. Twins 1135, and that is 4. Indians 254, and that's 4. They will go to extras. Let's see. Both teams roll a 3. Minnesota -3. Indians +1. That's a win for the Tribe. Kansas City at Detroit. Royals 134, and that is 2. Tigers 955, and that will be 6. And that will be a win for the Cats. Washington at Oakland. Yes, I get to watch the Mets on Sunday Night Baseball. Unfortunately, the Mets can't score a run against the Mariners. Senators 1061, that is 6. Athletics 1253, and that is also 6. They will go to extras. Washington rolls a 1 +0. Oakland rolls a 3 +0, and that will be a win for the A's. Red Sox and the Pilots. Red Sox 1343, and that is 5. 13, what did I say? 1343. Yep, that's 5. Pilots 816, and that's 1. That's a win for the Bo Sox. Expos and the Braves. Montreal 222, that's 1. Atlanta 1253, and that's 6. It's a win for the Braves. Dodgers and the Cubs. Dodgers 613, that's 0. Cubs 562, and that's 5. That's a win for the Cubs. Phillies and the Astros. Phillies 334, and that is 2. Astros 952, and that is 5. It's a win for the Stros. Reds and the Mets. Reds 656, and that is 5. Mets 665, that is 7. Another happy recap for the Mets. Padres and the Pirates. Padres 622, that's 2. Pirates 1245, and that is 5. That's a win for the Bucks. Giants and the Cardinals. Giants 253, and that's 4. Cardinals 332, and that's 2. And that's a win for the G-Men. On to July 26th. White Sox at Baltimore. White Sox 536, that is 3. Orioles 1332, and that is 4. And the Orioles, all they do is win, and by the way, they win. Yankees and the Angels. Yankees 451, and that is 4. Halos minus 161, that is 4. They will go to extras. Yankees roll a 4, plus 2 is 6. Angels roll a 6, plus 2 is 8. And the Angels will get that win. Minnesota at Cleveland. Minnesota 1662, and that is 8. Indians 742, and that is 4. And that's a win for the Twins. They're staying right there with Oakland. Kansas City at Detroit. Kansas City 545, and that's 4. Tigers 11-12, and that is 1. That's a win for the Royals. Washington at Oakland. We got these two tomorrow night. Senators 754, and that is 5. Athletics 1255, and that is 6. That's a win for the A's. Boston at Seattle. Red Sox 1442, that's 5. Pilots 1336, that's 4. That will be a win for the Bo Sox. Montreal at Atlanta. Expos 955, that's 6. Atlanta 1261, and that is 7. It's a win for the Bravos. Dodgers and the Cubs. Dodgers 833, and that is 3. Cubs 455, that's 4. A win for the Cubs. They're staying right where they usually were, staying right where they were. Philadelphia and the Astros. Phillies 954, and that is 5. Astros 1445, and that's 5. They will have extras. Phillies roll a 1 plus 0. Astros roll a 6 plus 0. That will be a win for the Stros. Reds and the Mets. Can the Mets get 3 happy recaps tonight? Reds 652, and that is 4. Mets 1543, and that is 5. And the Mets will sweep the Reds today, including the game. Padres and the Pirates. Padres 254, and that is 4. Pirates 1761, that's 8. And the Bucks continue to stay with the Mets. Giants and the Cardinals. Giants 314, that is 0. Cardinals 644, and that is 4. And that's a win for the Redbirds. That is your 10-minute ticker. If your team won today, congratulations. If they didn't, there's always tomorrow. Tomorrow will be July 27th. We will be at Oakland Alameda Coliseum as the Washington Senators will take on the Oakland Athletics. Dick Bossman will be going for the Senators, and Lou Krause will be going for the A's. A pretty important matchup in the American League. Both teams are very much in it. Oakland leads the American League West. Washington trying to get back into that top three. And a big one tomorrow night, Senators and Athletics. Bossman and Krause, be there or be square. Doug Hunt, Ben Wicks, XSG2, Brian B. Let's see here, Jim Doyle, Frank S., Ron McGrath. Didn't see him in there, I am sorry. And baseball with the demos. He's got a doubleheader tonight. Yep, you don't see doubleheaders on this channel. You don't see doubleheaders on this channel. Not anymore, at least. Let's see here, David Vega and Matthew Stringer. And let's see here if we can get everyone. Let's see, Doug. Let's see. Clee baseball fan, of course. Jimmy Jam, Max Cornelius, Jeremy Brooks. I hope I got everyone. Thank you all for joining me today. Please leave a like on your way out to the turnstiles. I think this game deserved it. And subscribe if you're not done so, and make sure you hit the bell. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. The New York Mets win it on a walk-off error as the ball got behind the bag by Lee May and allowed the Mets to score the winning run in the 11th inning. Mets win it 4-3. A happy recap. I'll see you guys tomorrow night.